and Cabo. Una we good people them. Well, this now you today program where you use for listen inside the channel where now we are. The channel, you channel, and everybody channel. But of course, the people them, as we now know, every day we get information to them where we can give una, where profitable to una and the country. Because if we sit down, we set mode. And una set sit down, una not get people them where they come and inform una. It's like we all don't turn blind man and blind woman inside we are. Well, today we get issues that we and una they come discuss. One for the issues there, well, the government don't come and give a reason where to make they not succeed last year. In hospital tap you inside it, we ask the mayor, where they control the city council, as they got them fall on this fire accident, waiting they don't do for them people there, whether turn homeless and get this accident, and waiting them plan for do further for their way family there. The same mayor, we did go inside the business to the younger one, as he get a video with audio will leak to we the citizens them concerning things them where it talk inside it where we owner they can discuss. Plenty other things really inside the basket. And today in program, we are not going to side, we deal with tuna. Not only come back this show, we deal with tuna. Me when they talk to you, now Babure Kablai, the biggest warrior from the north.
Boku tinde, tinde ndibi. Boku tinde, we de.
Because this is one to not give it to answer.
Huh?
I think they want to matches, not to artists. Not give it to answer.
Now patches. Anyway, we border. The last king, Dinero, survived one fatal accident. Yes, where be the go upline?
Okay.
In Mutuka tombo nombo. Anyway, on a serious note, God saved a life from one accident. We tell God thank you. The new ambassador, God bless him. God give him second chance for let he live in life. I suppose for live him. So two things you need for do. You need for tell God thank you. You need for ask God for direction. You know, because that kind of day now like a warning. Boy, you have to be careful. Yeah, things then they around you where you need for be careful of. If you don't know what you want for do, waiting for do the next time, you not get a chance. So like plenty people can say, mom can say, reverend or pastor can say, God will give you second chance for let you clear some of your mistakes then way you don't make. You know, so we tell God thank you that he survived that one day. We as well want for pray that God continue for cover everybody. Well, not everybody get for continue for live, for see tomorrow, but still we ask God that he guide and protect we. Yeah, because death is inevitable. Now by power by force, you get for come, but the only thing we will pray God, let be okay for we, let God make answer full for we. And we will not escape them kind of thing and then we tell God thank you. Anything we get for happen in the future, Lord pray that God make we get ourselves out of like that day. And out of that kind of accident and a just small bush, now I been get or bruise. Now that small bruise he been get. So we tell God thank you for that day. Caldinero, the last king, yeah, the hip hop artist, the new ambassador of entertainment, yeah. God make you escape that one day. So we tell God thank you for that. I think that na negative news, na good positive and negative. Negative because he involved in the accidents, positive because he survived. So na negative news. Are we together? So yesterday somebody be say you be dey sleep. What happened? If not the thing they make you the sleep yesterday or so, if not the song or waiting, but you be the sleep yesterday.
No, but I'm not going to chance to sleep. So maybe na sexy eyes I get a person when he's in asleep. Or I close my
So
eyes
the
and
sexy
pray.
highway guy don't come out, he don't bet.
Or maybe I close my eyes quick because I left for pray.
Okay, so not a problem. Anyway, let's see quick one. Other they don't come where they watch na this we program today. Quick one, let we see. Let's start with YouTube. Okay. Joshua Kuruma, Abdulba, Amer Fadeka, Aminata Bangura, Aissatou Sisse, Mariama Sisse, King Sine, Vicky Posh, Ibrahim Mansare, Hassan Sisse, Conte Ousmane, Daniel Conte, Aliyu Jallo, Abdulrahman Bangura, Alassane Sisse, Amina Majid Malik, Lamine Bangura, Abdulrahman Bangura, Brahima Sisse, Aboubakar Dia, Fouad Sisse, Zainab Touré, Linda Garik, Kamara Sori, Ousmane Bay, Idrissa M. Kamara, Mamaye Boutigi, Ibrahim Koroma, Esmerella Johnson. Esmerella, I message you because you don't say you're not hear you from you. I know see you message you comment and so I've been concerned about you. I hope say you did okay. Anyway, let me see.
W-E. We be concerned with you.
Yeah, no, you know say when me talk now you talk. When you talk now me talk. Not also you can tell me.
We talk regionally.
Okay, so when we there now you are saying not to me and you not to the same.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Mustafa Tarawali, Martha Kamara, Ishmael Conte, and Janet Thomas. Then we go over to how you call them? Facebook. Linda Rosa Garrick. If it's not go famous by you. Aissatou Kaiko na the first person. Linda Rosa Garrick. Let me see. Kadiatu Fona. Kadijatu, sorry. Abbas Abba Conte. Amanatu Samuel. No, Sanusi, sorry. Wait till I put the I today. Amanatu Sanusi. This guy named me as Sabiam, and I know who's part of the community inside we had where a link to. Anyway, Amanatu Sanusi, Christy Davis, Margaret Kamara, Arolda Williams, Kaletu Kamara, Margaret Kamara, George Orwell, Naske, Rugiatu Ba, and Mariatu Anderson. Then na Obaya we get Eddie Kamara. Okay, I think that the first set of people in this. Normally we can go into them thing. The first one that we can come, you know, and then we give them. Then you get Muse Conte, you get Faro Kweshi. This person, I don't tell Alain all the wicked with this guy way. Let call me and tell you how to pronounce this in name. Kuriashi. Okay, Kuriashi. Okay, they say, me man, you be the sleep. You say, no, but me man, you be the sleep. Not so sexy, yeah, you be the sleep.
Evidence.
Huh?
Who that give this evidence?
Now this man, with this post where they suffer with my name. Faro. It's a bit a ball. Jatu Kamara. Anyway, one we sister get birthday today. Yeah. But I will come back with a name later. First inside the program, what to the begin with? The big incident will be happen na Big Wharf. Where they go say Susan's Bay. Well, waiting don't happen with 10 people in day. We understand say the very first day, of course, now though they all sleep. But waiting the central and the local governments don't do with regards to the situation. Let me go quick and listen to the mayor For the Freetown City Council, we're now even Aki Sawyerr. When they come back just now.
We have different levels of disaster. So they're rated by the National Disaster Management Agency. Level 1 is at the level of councils. So that would be like the fire recently in Mount Oriole, Shell, Porty, etc., where you've got a few hundred people homeless. But in this case, with what you just described and what viewers have seen on television, on their screens, with this level of devastation, 25 acres of housing, of small businesses, of the fishing community, the boating community that's around there, 25 acres of property burned to the ground. This is level 2, which means that a response is being led by the National Disaster Management Agency, and FCC are playing a key role as collaborators and supporters. So, it's in our city. So on the night of the fire, we were there. The next morning, I met with the Director General of the National Disaster, NDMA, along with other colleagues. The NS Court, acting NS Court of ONS was there, the police, of course, and most importantly, the stakeholders. The situation now is the assessment is ongoing. To date, we've identified 556 households, 2,529 people registered. And that registration will go on. There was a partners meeting yesterday at ONS at 3 o'clock, which was chaired by the DG and supported by us. And we've got so far 42 MDAs as well as NGOs who are now attending the meetings, and everybody has been divided into different pillars. So like you have the registration pillar, the water pillar, the shelter pillar, etc. And those pillars, which you can think of as small teams, are now working to ensure that everyone is able to pull resources together so that there's a comprehensive response. But the situation is really, really serious. I was due to travel to Abuja tomorrow for an ECOWAS meeting of local governments. I've been meeting my colleagues from Monrovia and Abidjan, etc. But I've just called today to say I can't go, not with this on the ground.
Is council having an idea with regards to how we should be able to manage a situation like this? Because those who are actually vulnerable at this time, the aged, persons with disability, and also the children.
Okay.
Are there any provision for now?
So the immediate action, the first thing is shelter. And we discussed yesterday, and there was a consensus that it wouldn't be a good idea to create a camp. We have the experience of the 2016 floods when the camp was created in the stadium. We have the experience of the landslide when the camp was created up at Old School. And we knew, and then there were other ones, satellite ones, like at Kennedy School, etc. We know the challenges that can come from having to manage the process, but also manage the exit. But of course, you want to provide for the vulnerable. So I believe that by today, so far what's happened, sadly, is that people have had to, some people slept in the open the first night. We don't think that will happen today. We think the tents will be up. So Red Cross and RSLAF, there's an area, the Mabela Field, which was a first preference for the tent, but there's also an area within the community, within the Susan's Bay community, where the fire was, which is a little bit of an opening. So the conversation we're having is about clearing that a bit more, so you can have the tented area in Mabela Field, and then you also have this tented area within. And the people who would be first choice would be the most vulnerable, like you've said. The children, mothers, lactating mothers, pregnant women, the elderly, they'll be the most, and we've seen this. I mean, just a few weeks ago, you may have seen some photographs of me up at Mount Oriole, where we put tents up, in Rakupa, where we put tents up. And it's sad that this keeps on happening. One of the things that you asked was, what are the root causes? The fire force who were there on that night, I want to say, thanks to them. It was very, very frustrating for them because they couldn't get access. but they will give the formal report and tell us what exactly caused it. But based on the other fires that we've seen, we have this challenge of fires being started from electrical faults. In fact, the story at the minute, which I've not seen a report on yet, but the story, there have been two stories, one about a woman boiling water, and then another one about a woman watching TV. They left the electrics on. When the lights went off, when the lights came back, there was a surge, spark, and then you had the fire. But we've even seen things like people frying indoors, open fire, coal pots in the pan body. And why does the fire spread so fast? Why is it so difficult to control? Because the houses are so close together. Because there's no fire protection in the material that these houses are built with. Because even when the fire force comes, it can't access the place. We saw it at Krube, we saw it at Rokupa. So for me, at the heart of this there's a question we've got to ask ourselves about planning. And I know there are people who will say, but Mayor, this city, it don't too late. I really believe that it's never too late.
Well, neither too. Now this, the mayor can explain to me about waiting they don't do and waiting they plan for do. But the concern here, the people, honestly, this is a very sad situation to with people right now. Now that community. So far so good, we just urge the mayor for make they're able to do their things here to time. As industry, they try for organize places them around that community we open for make them going to people there, it will go live there at the moment. We really will say it's not easy. This is not a big challenge for the council and the government. But we plead to them, at least then they able to do something fast, make we family them not suffer more than waiting that they go through right now. But again, I got a concern towards we mayor. With the final say inside we get different people them. The people them, if we not even see how we operate with channel, this is now one of the reasons them. When you talk to people in Nawiyara, you get for put them to their own level in certain cases. Not in all cases, the people them, but in certain cases, when you pass information to the people them, you get for put them to their own level with the least man in the village, they will understand. Now you make we self feel say we for do we program in crew and a deep crew with the talk inside with program. What to make? We want that person in our village for make himself benefit from what we do. We decide to change them. But in order for help that we person with it in our village. So the concern I get to we mayor the people them. I know the story, I don't know you really watching me if you said don't pick them up. Most of the time when this mayor they get very important issues them for pass over to the people them and they do them in English. Yes, it's good. It's good. But I use the word say in certain cases, some information then we may only for try. Yeah, we know say in no men now we are, but in the talk through. And if we break them down to the people them, at least make themselves benefit from the information them we in the try for pass. Because when they say even we caretakers them now we are, when it reach now certain area or certain information we need for pass, then they put them down to the people that level when I create, but the mayor not agree for do that. So we really close to please, this not just a concern. Make we able talk to when they come to media for pass, some of the information there, make we do in Creole, where that list man they able understand. The final say people in that community they try for talk what we not big work. Not everybody will understand what they talk to. And some people not able for the interpret for other people them. So this is not just a concern we are raised.
Okay. I think you're in place. From the 10th way I first notice we Anes been forced get a job. I don't forget that strategic something, middle something. We get this thing after the Ebola also, where they been set up. Huh? No, then get this office where they been set up anyway. When I in been the head day, now in been the head you know, it always is staying. They try for talk, they talk, not they go fine, not they talk go almost percent. You don't mix out English. But anyway, still, that's nine. I hope they go try for pipe and down back small, but life sweet. So. Anyway, but basically, some of the things that we can talk back today, we make no bring and most of the things that we don't talk yesterday. We amongst them, they talk about the planning of the tongue, the way how the place not get access to all learning and create a kind of problem. They talk about electrical failure. Well, not only failure, they not give attention to the somebody be the boil water also. You know, we left the thing. Then they talk about them different issues that don't, you know, we make the thing happen. And the way how you see that fire blaze like current fire, you know, now like current or fail fire, then can get that kind of way. But anyway, the other part of the other fail being the part of the thing because pan body now another fail and the bodos now fail back, you know. So it just make the fire be just the tower and the blaze. So now that's been caused that kind of problem they yesterday and the night before 35 quick. Now you see they get over 500 households where don't be homeless. And we in about almost 1,000 people in Nande, then they register and do other things. They will just open more, then go do and genuinely, the local and central government and go do and genuinely and make sure stay waiting and it takes say for helping people them they help them people them they, you know, because we don't see them thing they happen and they take money still and they go set up camp for them. Waiting the people they're supposed to forget and not the give them we see it happen at the mudslide, we see it happen at the how you call them. During the mudslide, the flooding and mudslide will be happen. We see it happen there seriously. Then they take money for people. Then they give them waiting and supposed to forget people and they cry at the end of the day. You know, so we just feel say waiting and take center for the people them this time around. You know, then go make sure say the people them get them. Then self not mean them. Some people are lost their business money. Them look like that woman we talked to yesterday. No, but like 4 million or so. For some of you, you go say, that's small money. Yeah, that's small money. But then they don't suffer all the whole net. Almost months, almost waiting for keep that money, the 4 million. They don't get them now, then one day fire don't can go. So we just hope and pray say things will go on the way how it's supposed to go. Okay, we move. Now let me go quick one. Still with the inside the way how people they suffer inside we had. Let me go quick one at the Kisibome. As people are not the raise concern how the lifestyle like for them in that area, especially when the smoke can come up, better one pandemic. You know, like they smoke when plastic they burn and get them toxic thing and the way that they bring out and all of them things and they, if the medical people can tell you serious ones, some of them things that they even lead to cancer and other, you know, kind of disease, they all that kind of sickness them, way not good at all. And if person they will get like asthma for example, you know, they take on that kind of thing then they it creates more problem for them. But still the community there around that side. So the people they don't call on the government for help them. For relocate that particular dump site. Let's listen to this one where AYV puts together. We'll come back just now.
Safe. Sit down and do. Pass with the inside one pull it so you know they get chance for let the woman they pull it safe. Then when they season back, they fly them back again.
Go meet with the mayor. Land is on the way for me. Then go see go do a
Government with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ministry of Finance don't begin give but over 5 billion loans as microfinance loan to small business name at the Western area.
Now when they lend somebody small money, he able to come and pay back. Because if they lend somebody money.
And safe people wait up na Hastings community at the eastern part of Freetown don't complain but bad road na the community.
This one, our road network, as you can see, where I started school network from 2015, we get to the cast.
Now for years, some people wait up na Kisi community, na the eastern part of Doti, Ransford McLean, Bingo Waka.
And self call on the Freetown City Council for make them take them to other side.
Smoke, they are more green because where within our class the smoke come and when the smoke come, it disturb the teachers. Likewise, the Piki themselves. This has been reported several times. You see, not so a new something. We don't go meet with the mayor. Land is on the way for me. They know what they go do about it.
Himself, we say, "Lo, sit down and do." Pass with the inside one police, so you know they get chance for let the woman the police safe. Then when season back, they fly them back again. They morning we they go inside, we eat them back again. Inside the school back again, the teachers then get chance for let them teach. You smoke the morning 2 months. Pass the kikomona do. With the smoke less small, they only go inside back for teach them because so chance no day. Me they call governments for let governments go every for let them go able remove this woman at this place.
Where it be the response to them concern their Information, Education and Communication Officer for the Freetown City Council, Kuma Hassan Kamara say, over the years, for take care of the 2 dump sites them wouldn't get, na big challenge. But with the Transform Freetown project under the leadership of Aki Sawyerr, when the mayor, say, as of now, them get push cut them and want them with the provide service for see that say dirty them, not they na the entrance and other things they don't the address.
Clean people they for work, traffic congestion, the smell and everything. But if you compare that now to what they happen, it's quite different. We don't try we level best as a council. We don't employ more manpower at the dump site. We don't get service providers then. We not like the tricycles, the push carts, the omolankes, the way they carry the dirty. We go able to the management team, na the dump site management team, able for direct them so that they go able for deposit the garbage in a better in a proper manner rather than they just left on the streets or just left on the dumps. Actually, because the challenge they can say that the space, the only remedy to the situation of allow get a better landfill site, a better space, ideal space, vast land. We'll go able for the do recycling, we'll go able for the do some other things that with the dump, we'll go be beneficial to the citizens of Freetown, the residents of Freetown.
They end up say, even though they don't get fund for see that they will take them dump sites there to other side, but it call on the line ministry and other do not partner them for see that they able address some of them concern there with Freetonian don't they call.
Okay, that's now sorry the way it begin. I don't know what happened, but important the way AYV puts together concerning the Kisi bombe, and you don't hear waiting and don't say Bible.
Well, now it happen at the Kisi community, the people have asked una don't see. But really, this moment don't cause a lot of problems that now we are not supposed to be. But we just hope and pray say the city council and the central government will able to look into this for make with people them with the suffer that it will get away with them will say praise God. But you find out say not only the people that really live around this moment, they suffer. If I can give you an example by Bre, I'm sorry, Pierre, I let me name Takoni. One day, Mr. Service smoke don't affect me. Like I will drive around 7 to 8. The smoke don't overcome the place. The driver will be before me. I don't know what thing can happen because no object will be there before. It just check automatic. Me self will be and I'm not be even they see I'm fine because of the smoke. Now God let me your headlight be too bright. I will mass break. The driver get position man show you. He said that the smoke shall be pissing. I see something like motorcar before me. We motorcar not there before. So you find out so this smoke business they cause problem in that place, not only to the people that live in that area, but drivers them also when they pass in that area they suffer about the smoke. But the request we want make or the question where we want ask government, we don't know if where they for maintain this moment or government they able see people them strain for move this moment who side it is so. That's not just a concern. We don't know if they're able to do that. But honestly speaking, who side this moment they really they disturb. They really disturb. Other countries then they make use of their kind place they are or make the country even benefit. But inside we had na suffer with the suffer. So we just call on the central government and the city council at least they will do something as then people here don't talk even for pull it as they inside. So meaning if the smoke not overcome, even for can't keep time now they veranda them, they're not able. So we hope that they see into this.
Okay, so yes, please you the watch right now. If you're new to this channel, want for say welcome. Please not forget for subscribe, and then you turn on the notification bell. And for you, we always done the follow. We go gladly if you just hit for the like button, and then you share the program, okay? And then you left your comment down. Thank you, thank you. God bless you as always. Yeah. Now we move to this same thing here. So I think what you be the talk so a day in place, and I think now the reality that one day. I don't even see na net one trailer can park by Akram. It broke down. This motorcar come out from the east. They come towards the west. The smoke, you know, see just go well under the tail of the trailer. Instant. Instant.
Oh my goodness.
The one that we did, of course, then they tell we goodbye. Instant. So yes, it creates problem because the end on a highway. Yeah, na highway na 4 lane where motorcar they really speed na that side. So if that kind of smoke they don't come, na 2 things. Number 1, na highway you just come, and number 2, the smoke sometimes you are rush come on that side. You know get AC and all of them things. So you want speed you pass. So if obstacle on day before, na a big problem that one day. So that place there na a real problem. In as much as I can remember, fine one day area then day, where we been a go school around the inside and day, you know, now the inside and day it be really empty. That in the day, Freetown be really empty. You know, the smoke and water been the pass under that culvert day. We can say culvert. It pass under, but it be reach one time where if you watch this Benton way that. You know, we end up with the flood, and then you see place them with the cut inside it because the bomb itself middle day, the culverts at the road be not drop. But here now all been free. And then gradually we begin see people in the Canada inside and they leave the bomb me don't they all them donkey years. But small begin see people in the can. So the bomb don't they even before the people in the can. But this guy we go back to the country planning. Because we know the plan. Because we know they look for tomorrow, they make we just left everything like that one day. You understand? So the problem they with government in, government out. So now the problem this with the inside and day. But like we say, people they develop sickness from that particular place there. And at the same time, if you did it, you get sickness, it become worsen. It's the worst. You know, so all of them things there, so they really go on, and I think say it not make any sense. And if you look at, but the good thing is them pull and they go fine, they go help them health-wise. But the disadvantage again, if they remove that bomb there and that, look for example, right now, dump transit points where you say dirty, small dirty box them not there. When me say if them people then can't take you dirty per wheelbarrow or so. They need for go take another side they for go to where in some case then they say na dirty na the gutter then they throw away them things then they. So now if them pull that dirty that bomb yanda, then can't go far. It means say then people side no go there for throw away dirty again. And the dirty na the Freetown city it go worst. It go really worst. So now the 2 sides of this. Until the city council and the government put things them in place for let them able for get out and they collect people and dirty them any side where you did and go to where and not go settle, and if they mistake pull that thing they under because them they don't talk about that not today. In fact they don't talk so then go begin use them for make NIG and all of them things and they but outside the talk begin at the end. Because one of the bump talk and this of the last council and the last government. But this then I'm not saying anything but that one day it but still we see say nothing progressive not they go on with that day. Outside day na day. Time the concept where you go take the dirty of inside the book, the how you call it in the fence where they make. So now a very serious thing and a very serious problem. We move.
We check.
Okay, so please not forget, please not forget for like, share, comments, yeah, and if you not subscribe it, hit for the subscribe button. If you don't like Ali, no worry about that, they just left one more, yeah. Thank you very much, please. We get about 106 where they watch right now, but they like really small, yeah. And all the one the way they watch now, we good people them na YouTube. So I know say this they can transform just not to 105 likes. God bless you, yeah. And the how they call on Facebook, me family ubaya na Facebook, kuna kushebu, how na they do? As soon as they do na game, the game number la bala uba so. And I don't really they share, they like and say. So we get plenty people them where they watch right now. So hit the like button or the reaction button and then you left your comments down, yeah? Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, so now we can go now. Inside this thing, before we come with the audio of the mayor of the Freetown City Council and talk about waiting our own point into all of these things, I want we come first to the caretaker, you know. The caretaker inside one African peer review mechanism, the meeting, and all explain some of the things that we make the progress not be fine one inside last year and so. But what thing I really want for you do? Now for you watch them and listen and fine one. Remember, say okay, always say listen, pay attention, don't follow the new direction, pay attention. Yeah, pay attention. If you pay attention, you don't know waiting for doing time yet. But if you not pay attention, you're not going to know. Anyway, so let's listen now to waiting them been say, waiting the caretaker say, and other people them. Then we come back after that one day.
The last 1 year has been fraught with multitude of socio-economic and financial constraints that have largely scuppered even progress we have been making in most of our nations.
COVID-19 may have shaken the bold development strides on the continent. According to President Bio, it can't and should not dampen the resolve to consolidate accountable democratic governance, maintain peace and sustain the drive to achieving inclusive development. The President noted that development in the country is firmly anchored on the medium-term national development plan, on core priorities of the human capital development within the context of a nation that is conducive for investment and business.
The last 1 year has been fraught with multitude of socio-economic and financial constraints that have largely scuppered the even progress we have been making in most of our nations. We have navigated and are still contending with uncertainties arising from the global pandemic. COVID-19 may have shaken our bold strides, development strides on the continent, but it cannot and should not dampen our resolve to consolidate accountable democratic governance.
President Adebio commended Ambassador Inunge, a PRM member of eminent persons responsible for Sierra Leone, for leading the targeted review mission team to Sierra Leone during this precarious global health crisis. The report is not only about sharing the success story as a nation, but about discussing candidly the drive to continue doing even.
Let me also thank the entire APRM family for their immeasurable support and tireless effort to promote democratic governance in APRM member states and the African continent as a whole. In particular, I wish to thank Ambassador Inong, APRM member of eminent persons responsible for the Republic of Sierra Leone, for leading the targeted review mission team to Sierra Leone during the precarious global health crisis.
President Cyril Ramaphosa, in his capacity as chairperson of the African Peer Review Mechanism, commended APRM for the hard work and also producing different reports on the African continent. President Ramaphosa informed colleague heads of states that the National Government Reforms Team is working on a pilot training in terms of different areas. The APRM, he noted, has developed a national training program through online platforms.
The APRM hosted the third Africa Governance Seminar series in December 2020, which included presentation of 8 papers that were developed by continental experts. The APRM also launched a report on governance mechanisms for the implementation of the SDGs and also Agenda 2063. Preparations have been completed for peer reviews at this summit on Liberia, discussion of the gap analysis report for Sudan, 2 targeted reviews of Zambia on tourism and mineral resources governance, and the targeted review report on Sierra Leone on health governance and national COVID-19 response.
President of the African Development Bank, Dr. Aki Sawyerr, disclosed that the APRM has rebuilt the governance system through its hard work, but COVID-19 has wreaked havoc across the world. The recovery now is based on providing vaccines to the continent, wherein 20 million vaccines have been already provided for Africa, pledging his support to the APRM.
Through our APRM institutional support project, the bank will continue to very strongly back efforts to enhance the efficiency, effectiveness, and relevance of the APRM. The bank will continue to strongly support countries as well as capacity building. The bank stands fully ready to support you strongly, your as heads of state and government, as we back on bold economic reforms to spur faster growth of your economies and your countries. Your Excellencies, your individual and collective support, your leadership, your mission and commitment are fundamental for much needed reforms. As you are holding today this 30th summit, it demonstrates your resolve to further strengthen governance, accountability, and accelerated development of our Caribbean continent.
Chairperson of the African Commission, Musapaki Mohammed, also congratulated the APRM team for the review of issues on good governance and focusing on the sustainable development goals. The 30th summit of the forum welcomed the Democratic Republic of Congo as the newest member state to accede to the APRM.
That's now the African peer review mechanism, eh? APRM the meeting. Anyway.
As the APRM.
Yes, basically then they assess how government and they perform now Africa. And for CC thinks then they're on the right track. But as you don't hear it, I'm not too much to go into this. Waiting I want for tell you no more. We don't see there plenty time and tell you say this government get for use the COVID-19 as big excuse or big reason why they're not able to make any progress. So from whose time where this thing don't begin to now, we find out say the corona they go on, eh? But we caretaker been promised we change, but they're not able to give we change it. Well, the positive change, because changes then the positive change.
Now you're talking.
Huh?
No, now you're talking.
Yes, and able to give you the positive change it. But now you don't hear it, don't tell we say this COVID and bug the one whole wall, and then reason now they will make not able to make any better progress, you know. And so expect much of this coming to this year, next year, and year after next, yeah. Because na the how they call it, na the pledge and the national pledge and the way get for the go on now. Now the hymn song that one the way get for the on, you know, running down to the election. We try. Them thing they already do so inside this 2022 for we don't do a long term. But now the COVID-19, let me make we not able for do am. Expect all of that in there. And we people and get for open hand for them say yes, now too we see them even big country themselves them so far, yes, now lo give them chance. Now this thing get for happen. Now it get for happen because I know how weak, you know, how soft heart we people them be. You know, we quick then give up, oh yes, not true. Quick then give so yet, yes, not true. This then get good plan for we. Lo give them back. And get for happen no, me brother.
Well, you know, like quitting, you just don't talk, say, you don't think we need to talk. Indeed, me people, we don't tell you, say, then people are get for count on COVID-19 heavily. But one word where this government can always say, now it's shame to me where they can talk this, you know, then dry eye thick man, who say, you know, look, now they go in, and indeed, then a thick man, as then they prove and say, then a looters them for we. Always tell people here, they come and tell me, say, they inherit financial constraints. But in the adding overload of the former regime, when at APC, we didn't see the amount where they be say they left. So if this government, they always be crisis, where they come, they inherit financial constraints. But in this financial constraints, where they come and Allah, inside they don't go no side, we begin to see the things that the dubious against them, where them people there they do, how they shape couple inside we are there. So when I want to tell me say una count this money, where from day one una just dey cry on this financial constraint. I don't know if una want to take this particular word for big fool people. But hey, nobody not big fool again to that extent. Una feel say people big fool. Coming to the COVID-19, then they in a trouble. Upon all the donations that we don't come inside, una don't shape some as una not get nobody for investigate now because the Anti-Corruption Commission will face them for calling now for answer to certain questions them. The one way they lead and himself now partner with una for loot the country, so we know the doubt. So like we know say again for happen like this for counter on COVID-19 say now another factor we make una not able to succeed the first 1 or 2 years. Una not able to succeed the 5 years sir. But anyway,
I hear you.
SNPP we promise the changes.
You they talk about money where they don't give them.
Of course.
Then just not serious. Then just not serious. Then just not helpful. Then just care about their own selfish self.
Let me say that.
Good. Let's tell you why. In 5 years, without the help of international aid, Tanzania, with the visionary caretaker, they able to move the country from low income to middle income economy without donor help, give donation. Wait, just waiting and get. Yeah, just waiting and get. We get minerals past any side. Okay, and they always talk this, and I will continue for talking. The last government, they don't thief, they don't misbehave, they don't wreck the country. Now, all of this, the caretaker see, he say, he able to move the country forward, let we give him the chance. But when we give him the chance, only for they can tell we now say, the same old story, then they don't wreck the country. Now make we not able to move. Who's one are we on the pada one day now? They don't thief. APC, they don't thief. They don't wreck. They don't go to the money. They don't put we to also we for day. Yeah, they don't care we bien. But you tell we say, you they can't change the scenario. You tell we say, you they can't make let we move. You tell we say, you able for move we, you able for make let the economy boom. All of them thief them will be the yeri. You tell we say, we not go yeri and you go fet and reduce corruption. But here we are today. The leakages don't turn river. That small water will be the drop. Where we pan be boss, where be the leak where in the camp. Now I don't tell like what put big bowl pan. As you put her inside 1 minute, you don't full up. You sabi that then like where roof not again.
That pan people be they use potty or chewing gum for block. That's how we do WhatsApp with the link. But I still they go right now, because the pan just not open.
10 pan safe not able for lock the hole. Pass you change you one roof. Pass you change your roof. So waiting at this thing. You know what they talk about people will get vision. This man, Magufuli, when he say he want move in country, in 5 years he not move am. In 5 years he not change the system. He meet rotten system. He meet a rotten system. But in 5 years from low to middle. But we they underdeveloped continuously. We know they move safe. They know they ever tell us so don't go semi-develop. Or we don't begin come up from under to we just they static.
Not bring Mr. Static now again today.
No, not on my fault. No way, no they will go talk, we not going to bring and carry can to this. Because the imam of SLPP got him up in front of the caretaker, the very first day the caretaker talk to the people of Riyadh. He tell, we say, they pray, this prayer where they pray now for let the country static. Let God make him not static. And let release the country, let the country move. From that day, all the kind babala money where they come now this yard, we not see any development. Because the country just static.
Honestly speaking, Pierre, you know, things that they now we are the way they affect we really need to rectify. You know, this thing where we call tribal division, greed, selfishness, it really the ambog with waiting that can bring them things.
I know why you go into that day too, because we come to that one day. I know why you must line up at this Accra or the plane.
I reserve my opinion.
So, but the only thing no more, caretaker, you need for wise up, open your head. And like waiting Sano tell we say you depan keep, you depan gather. When you go, you begin buy us, you buy all kind of thing. I beg, stop that game now. And develop with country. Now that's we put you for. Now that you tell we say you do. You tell we say bread and butter no go be problem. But now we see pa they slap in Pekin, boom, for bread and butter. Because the Pekin in Papa send for go buy bread and butter. He cut for the bread because he's self angry. In pa one kill out bit. So you plan for change your land for we pa. But you know say hey, they say Pekin we come for better now for me. What they do eh? That fall way one for better. And then they do something in foot and tea. And it shit in foot. When the caretaker come, as he comes so, not to him bread short in force. People are not being to go to line for bread. It happen as he comes so. They begin the fete for bread. And the cow that video do for you tomorrow.
You want receive cost them back today?
Not up and bad. I just to tell you no more. Let you know the seriousness. From they say married where the sweet. Now from the bachelor's eve. Now you begin see the sweetness where you go come. But if you begin this not there, be careful. Be careful. So they excuse there, so when them people I can take. It just don't hold me now, yeah. I don't tire with that. Now they don't just can't get this big kind of excuse.
Angry man no get sense. Angry man no get sense.
You know this.
We understand that word it means a lot.
So
angry man no get sense.
This will make I go back to the word say, forgive person with slave mentality. Power and not easy. Because when he feels say in a slave, you know, and not being privileged to opportunities, them he want for overuse them. He want for thief and keep. Because he want thing say tomorrow, hey, la no go back to slavery. Now they happen so. But all the talk where they talk, right away then cars, then see the riches, then mix up, then forget all waiting and don't tell we. Now then just the loot. They go help all.
At the wrong side life. At the wrong side life.
Who's sky life dandy? I will say the wrong side life.
At the wrong side life.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man, they all a thief, now this system batter. I. Whoa, 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 yeah. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man, they all a thief, now the system batter. I, Rastaman, me know every cock and bull, me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Then meet the water dirty, then awake, make it settle, and then jump inside, then the dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief, now the system batter. Salon, they go bien. Who that now we go believe, oh. Wrong side life, we dey live so. I say na the capside life, we dey live, oh. I say na the wrong side life, we dey
live so, yeah. I say na the wrong side life, we dey live so. Happy na the capside life, you dey live so, yeah. Happy you dey mislead me, now we are do. Happy you dey destroy me, now we are do. God do your help we now we are do. Now only God help me people them now, and we use you aid them properly to make we had become the we had where we want them to be. But if only we left we had another people they had the hand, I'm not talking about any other people, especially this part of this SLPP where Alpha Side will tell me say they are a cross section of SLPP. But this now the power looters them.
You see, sometime day when we talk about APC SLPP, it can hurt me, you know, because it's not about APC and SLPP, now the individuals. This now the people them, not to the party then. But again, now the people that make the party. You understand? So now like this, the only thing we can make us settle this, no cancel APC and SLPP. Mark you, when you cancel APC and SLPP, you know they cancel the politician though. Then they form other party. And then when they form other party, then they do the same kind of system back. So the last politicians the way rule we, this one the way rule we. Me I not see difference so. I not see difference at all.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man, they all a thief, now this system batter. I. Whoa, 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 yeah. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man, they all a thief, now the system batter. I, Rastaman, me know every cock and bull, me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Then meet the water dirty, then awake, make it settle, and then jump inside, then the dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief, now the system batter. Salon, they go bien. Who that now we go believe, oh. Wrong side life, we dey live so. I say na the capside life, we dey live, oh. I say na the wrong side life, we dey live so, eh. It's just a capside life, we dey live now, yeah. Oh now, whoa, 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 yeah. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process, but man, there is scholarly progress of the process. We are in student tie, fantastic character, thief man.
Okay, very, very sorry. Like I've been say, now the same people, APC and SLPP. The APC government don't thief with money, they don't go with them. This government say they want for take their money, then they back. Let we get them. Okay, then they param. Okay, because some people don't pay. But even the one that we don't pay, we not sabi them more because they keep on pay. But it can be now say, that same thing, that same old thing, where the APC been they pan. Now in the SLPP they pan. Now in fact, something worst. Something worst. Because the kind of babala corruption now with the area, I don't know if now propaganda or it, but will not be the area before. Will not be the area, then can be big one there. And the reason we make this one worse this time, because this government promised we change. This government promised we say they want for fight corruption. But so smart with the caretaker on that area, they tell we say corruption go for fight back. Not knowing that the corruption go for fight back from your house. Not knowing that the corruption go for fight back from your pocket. So we don't know waiting at this thing. So whether we cancel APC, we cancel SLPPO, the same matter bill, then they go back, then go form other thing. The same announcement, then they form other thing back. So waiting at this thing. Let's look at this thing for example. Can the Yumkela in first choice na be SLPP? It not work. Who's I go? NGC. Most of the one that we come on NGC, then come out from different political party them. Then they tell we say NGC now waiting, na brand new party. Not so they tell we. Waiting brand new party. Where all the folks them, all the one that we did it, they don't belong to one party on another or one way or the other. If people have been there, if people in there we don't belong at all. Now small percent. All the other parties that we don't form now out of APC and SLPP. Let's look at the C4C. Let me look at the how you call Kamaremba ADP. Let me look at the UDM. All then come out from them two parties there. So the only thing we go make we change now if we as individuals change we attitudes and see positive things instead of negativity, instead of carrying we country backward for think twice and say we'll go before. But the problem we get now, I'd be don't give you this na 5 fingers or 4 fingers. If this small one for go before, this say no, you for Cambian. This say no, you the Cambian. Now look at what in there happen. This not they go before. This not they go before, this not they go before, all man they can be and they happen inside we country right now. Anyway, except if you get something for safe, not we go now to the audio.
Well, you don't talk all the things them way we supposed to talk. The only thing, if I say I get more things them for talk, the discussion they become more wide. So make we just left us because we get more things them for deal with tonight. But them people are not the same people. SLPP na Kande Yumkela, APC na C4C, although they're in the art right now, they're the jam and jam. Then they draw themselves, then they say na SLPP C4C, then they say na APC C4C. So we don't know, they all don't lost the direction, including the present government. We move.
So I just watch something just now. I think I need for Project 16. Yeah. Where SLFA just they try for tell we say the press release where finance Ministry of Finance say they don't pay them for the Benin and Lesotho match. Well the money, well let me see. Let me read the exact thing they say. The headline where then say yeah. Then say Sierra Leone Football Association clarifies that today is finance police, today then self police. Then say Sierra Leone Football Association clarifies government funding for national team Leone Stars match in Lesotho and Benin. The Sierra Leone Football Association attention has been drawn to the press release by the Ministry of Finance dated today 26th March 2021. Headline: or the title of the press release now. Payment towards Sierra Leone's participants in the 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifying matches against Lesotho and Benin, and the Paralympic Games in Tunisia. Then say, whilst the FA would, let me see. Please, some second, please. I don't disconnect myself. Some seconds, please, 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 please. Okay. Then say, whilst the FA would like to thank the Ministry of Finance for its financial support and encouragement towards the country's participation in international football and sports activities as an institution which prides itself on transparency and accountability, particularly where our country's taxpayer funds are concerned. We would like to raise the following concerns. The SLFA would like to inform the public and the Ministry of Finance that at no point in time has the SLFA been made privy of the published amount, 8,835,325,769 leons by neither National Sports Authority (NSA) or Ministry of Sports, despite several requests by SLFA official. So the money where they say they give them, they not ever see the waiting. Okay, let's go number 2. They say the SLFA can publicly confirm that the sums published in the aforementioned release does not reflect the budget request presented to the Ministry of Sports and the National Sports NSA by the Sierra Leone Football Association for the matches Lesotho and Benin. 3. Contrary to the Ministry of Finance approved amount of over 8 billion, the FA can confirm that its official requested from the NSA and the Ministry of Sports the sum of 1,928,750,000 for the Lesotho versus Sierra Leone match in Misuse. Contrary to the Ministry of Finance approved amount of 2,446,888 leons. The FA can confirm that it officially requested from the NSA and MOS the sum of 450,060,000 leons for the Sierra Leone versus Benin match in Freetown on the 30th March 2021. This amount includes costs for foreign-based players, flight cost, accommodation, feeding, and CAF match officials as well. There are no records in our correspondence to the Ministry of Sport and the NSA of requesting the said amounts in respect of allowance for players. The allowances of players, I think the other, okay, let's see, the other page, the other page. Okay, let's read the one from the Ministry of Finance. Another page, they not send the other page for me, but let's read the one from the Ministry of Finance, yeah? It's either from the Ministry, the SLFA. Let me read the one from the Ministry of Finance. Take note of the things them. The thing will just the talk now, just the happen so right now. Then they go talk say don't take this billion for this project where it not ever happen. They not use them at all. Let me go to this one from the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance, let's read them. They say payment towards Sierra Leone participation in the 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifying matches against Lesotho and Benin and the Paralympic Games in Tunisia. The Ministry of Finance wishes to inform the general public that the government of Sierra Leone has approved the disbursement of 11 billion 284 million 782 to the National Sports Authority (NSA) to facilitate Leone Stars' participation in the two remaining qualifying football matches for the 2021 African Cup of Nations against Lesotho and Benin on the 27th and 30th March 2021 respectively. Of this amount, the sum of 8 billion 835 million 325,769 leones is paid to facilitate the match against Lesotho in Misuse on 27th March 2021, and 2 million 449 million, and 2 billion 449 million 456,888 as allowances to players for the match against Benin in Freetown, Sierra Leone on 30th March 2021. As part of the government's commitment to supporting the development of sports in the country, government has also approved the disbursement of 542,487,191 leones to the National Sports Authority for Sierra Leone's participation in the just concluded Paralympic Games in Tunisia, where the team won 4 medals. We would like to further inform the general public that government has disbursed 68,318,694,632. Maybe I don't mix up a lot, take back. 68,318,694,632 leones 75 cents to the Ministry of Sports and the National Sports Authority since April 2018 for the promotion, development, and international participation of different sporting disciplines in the country. While it wishes Leone Stars the best of luck in both matches, the Ministry of Finance assures the nation of the fullest commitment of the government to financing the development of sports in the country. Today, I didn't do this press release. So please, I don't know if you understand what exactly they happen. If you understand, I feel cold. I really feel cold. This not, we not, thank you for where this person just don't broke am to we. Thank you. We country sick, and at this thing we dey talk, Gigi's no. Then they talk say take money from the APC. Yes, APC don't thief. Then a rata, but this then a grumpig. You see that we not talk and done yet. We not go no say yet span the discussion. No say yet. I'm not able for go and project this. Come on. My brother, take over. Let's take this thing for project this particular thing. People need to see this.
But I just don't know why you express yourself, say we country sick. Because then people are then take governor and they sick one up to now, they never get medicine or medication, really will heal them. So it's not going to be strange to me and you if them people they had a squander money this kind of way. The guys are looters. No secret on it. They are just looters. When it be angry man power, so it can be. And then.
But don't say you say not to angry man as slave. People with slave mentality.
So the people that always surround the caretaker. If we begin call them by names, just so man to friend if they sleep. So everybody worry for bill out, everybody worry for sending family overseas, everybody worry for open international account, everybody worry for go buy house overseas. They don't care if all the things are not benefit them tomorrow. We were the tifo, we all losses, they don't care. So the countries they already benefit them only there. We brother and we sister, them now the goodie, them will begin to walk back, they suffer on them country then they because them people they're sick. They're really, really sick. Check how much of them get factories now we had. Check how much of them even get a shop when they open ways of them, 1 or 2 young man they go work under them. All of them just worry to take this money and pay standard overseas. Buy houses there. Open big account. Take them people them. Send them over. Go polish the money. But I go they swear so. I tell you now say we really don't told the guilt of Fatima Bio. He swear we said don't join. Them money away them people that they tip so. We are not get for enjoy them money. How you see caretaker before tip money, he go with you and that money then go destroy and Ghana, he go back England, he go sit on the you know
and me brother.
Then dog what you know dry.
See,
you know it drop.
This gap too big. The gap too big. People them request for 1,923,750,000. Then una say una give 8,835 million. Oh my God, it's too much.
Now we had this money not just go to them people alone. The Ministry of Finance get forget the young quota inside it. The minister get forget the secretary get forget. Abu Suri Lamina Santigi they get forget their own what they go call Abu Suri Lamina Santigi. Yusu McFoy Gundama. But they get forget their own. So the gap just get for big. When you ask for now this government as when if you get a project, yeah, you ask for money. When you ask for 1,000, then people are give 20,000. Because inside the one where they on top now they shame. Now this government has that stifle. When you talk the one they will not they even test the water self. Now they ask the one. Now they come and argue big. Only Una self don't even know the direction. Una just they go. Look for yourself. Una the act una aid for nothing. But all una way they do this, una not let this country. Honestly speaking, una not let the country. So the people that now look at them, the people that come them broke one, the people that got a sick one, the people that got add up one. As I tell you just earlier, so man to friend if they sleep. So man be in a room in the parlor. So tell me you wish they had the talk step. If we check the ministers, they are thoroughly big brother. We may live a better life past them. But now they don't come boss for this opportunity, then they make use of her. How? For take the money and go misuse them. They don't care if tomorrow they don't benefit this money, other country will benefit them. They don't care. The caretaker we don't display them. They don't display them. If we don't stress, he come and see he take money, he go. Akaba take over. They raise up that point day, then come back over that top day. But when God know the sleep, caretaker go, he go suffer. You know, able to eat the money. So even this money where it is cheap. I always underline one word where Fatima Bio say. Why people them so worried about their marriage, he and caretaker, if people they know why when caretaker they passed away. Then we all know when that because in a small chap caretaker they do bad right now we brother. Then we just underline that word. What thing will happen next after power? Because when blind man say I can't stone it don't have stone. That particular statement they me it didn't bother me where Fatima Bio may say why people they worry about their marriage and caretaker if people know what thing will happen to caretaker next.
So my brother, just now when you talk about that fire incident, I tell you say let God make the money where then they take let rich right person. So the Ministry of Finance say, from when they came in 2018, they don't give 68,318,694,000. So God knows who say all this money don't go. If them people I don't begin say, now 1 billion now una give we. Then una they can talk say we give una 2 billion. I wonder what thing they happen. Look at it. Look at it. It's a contrary to the Ministry of Finance approved amount of 8,835,325,000. The FA can confirm that it officially requested the one way they ask for from the NSA and MOS the sum of 1,923,750,000 for the Lesotho versus Sierra Leone match. 1 billion and they ask for. They say contrary to the Ministry of Finance approved amount of 2 billion 449 million. You know, FA can confirm that it officially requested from the NSM MOS the sum of 2,450,000,060,000 leones for the Sierra Leone and Benin match. So you see? Anyway, we just sell up past the quick no more. Not when we can for. We move. Let's go now to the next issue. Yeah?
We fly, my brother.
Yeah. There's a problem. Anyway, tomorrow, I think, no, not to think. Tomorrow we play. Yeah, Lesotho. Yes, tomorrow they play. Yeah. Leon start they play a game tomorrow. Although this money, they wonder what thing they happen. Sometimes, Ben Kelfala they investigate this back home.
Would I just call here?
I saw you.
Hey, good, you correct yourself.
I say Francis Ben Kelfala. Ben Kelfala they investigate this.
Investigate what?
Okay, let's move. So now let me go quick one. Let me hear it back. They all talked about Mayor and the audio will come up. Let's listen to this one. Please listen to them. Listen very, very well. Yeah, I want for hearing from you on this issue. I read your comments. What do you think about this particular thing? They come back just now.
Okay. Another personality. Alright? The times I don't work, the things that I don't know in my life, this will be not for nothing. Right? I know you talk for that. Then just put me on Time magazine. That's my life, my history. Not to council do this, make me, okay? I came here because I wanted to serve. And I know they know, and I will serve. That I am, damn it, I will take no prisoners. If anybody's going to block my work, I don't want it. Because I've got a family, I've got a husband who misses me. I've got kids who miss me. If I'm making this sacrifice, I'm not here to play games. I don't have to keep company. You know, will ever come with me to keep company? No. That's why you say, she's unavailable, she's inaccessible. From one internet I work. But at the end of the day, we see the results. I just get a text message, freak out for you. This is the Vice President of the World Bank in Washington. I was supposed to be the one that do a presentation today. I said not able because when Parliament don't call me for this issue, no way no day, I the need for the day. So Manja, 9 taken. So imagine now, me not able day. Who that's Pentecost if I go still let them go do presentation to the Vice President of the World Bank? Let's be real. Now make I say we all get with different skills and competencies. All man get the role where they play. Man just said now the whole MD na ABC. When if you want to make like for saying other people. Anyway, he says this. On another note, because I don't need harassed him, say, well, I need to talk, I want to see more money. On another note, I spoke to our country director and manager on helping you and they're enthusiastic. So I am at your disposal to meet and explore how we can mobilize the financing you need. You know what it takes to be able to get this from the World Bank? Then they tell you now, we're going to make the time to figure out how to get you the money you need. I work round the clock. And that is why they will be able to succeed as a party. Because the way how the international community don't impressed with what we don't do. vitally all important for 2023. Very important for 2023. Because you never compare everything happening at State House, everything happening at Council. And clearly everything happening at Council is results, deliverables. So if you feel to say that Council $1 million they feed million, 9 years put for build this system, they will for sit down with plan. You don't go down at all. At all. The transfer station same way. Can me I go take it. Say na that man take it. 2 left foot. Sandy with the military. Go broke him and we get him on film. Me una say una want for make millennium waiting come back. Then as soon as they stand if they don't right now. Anything yes. Because they know say they watch them. Because you can't hold the money within a year, we don't bring. Yeah. But that one day, then you want they can bring car. Now the team that will able play, but I beg city council. Now we go get to sell. When the campaign come, before and it's come out to talk to we build road, this. I don't say one year they sell themselves, we're not doing anything. Yeah. But we still need to be able to say, look what we do now, look what we do now, look what we like how we touch lives and now. How I could do that if we not stay together? But I know we'll come to them, the flag red flag. Let them go and talk, say, look how more. It victimize because of the message that it victimize people. At Timap, I say, no way they want to know the cannabis council. And thanks be to God, we come up parliament so. Who does sit next to me? Both municipalities, SLPP. Both district, SLPP. Now then lead. In fact, they were the main spokespeople. We just add. Parliament don't cancel the team, that recruitment. They don't say null and void. Let them cancel them back with me now wait for recruit. Now wait for recruit. Because how goes on here with sanitation on a flagship? You go bring Mr. Kemokai come. When me tell Mr. Kemokai say do so, he tell me what I be say no.
Well, now this we may I know they use and say he come and talk, but there's a secret way I feel say instead not be expected this audio the leak. You know, I just want hand on the side where he calls some names that like he try to explain say not the left for draw people who don't suffer with the APC party near around on he can't begin Bawa, Jusu or any other son name where the Medicrat. But when you look at that statement there, at first I look one blame and see it preach a tribal, your opinion. But when I study, waiting the caretaker, the president, had displayed to me when he come take government, I think say now he cook this particular food where the mayor they all don't join for dish for people themselves today. Because we don't see a scenario where this present caretaker, when a caretaker bill, when I take power, it not come and display to we say government and continuity. But what it can do, it can try for put now the tribal division this way and the try for talk position where you tell me say make I not go to it. Now the exact side we don't reach to. You know, now it make always we they say when you get you picking them now, you as a daddy, you marry this woman, but you meet this woman with another pikin where he born to other papa, plus the woman no can born other pikin them with you. If you want to make it home go the way it's supposed to go, you need to take all them pikin here, say now one people them. How? Say now you born them. Because as long as you don't accept for take that woman with that pikin, you will accept the pikin. What did that mean? When this man take government to a caretaker bill, I feel say if we don't come and work with the people that are competent, I don't say enough for sack people there because you get office them where you feel say people are competent for another particular position where you hold or any other thing, which you understand. But the way when this caretaker come, now like waiting the mayor just talks to. So we had done day to day. If you not get affiliation with politics, no problem. The caretaker come and sack most of the Kamara, the Sise, the Bangura, you know, and he can put the Bawa, the Jusu, the John, the Bakewa, the Betoa, you name them all. So now, when I listen this audio, at first I said, no, the mayor, the preach, tribal. But when I reflect my mind back to waiting caretaker and what them they do, not even when they think governance, what they do, even presently now we are, because they still continue for doing.
Okay.
So when they that working experience for how many years now this office,
okay.
They can't put somebody just in the name of politics and son them when they even competent for take that office with the CM. So I think me na that na me cause. So if let's see the apple, now the caretaker, now the founder of all waiting they go on so.
Okay. So waiting me go say, myself get two sides to this coin. Number one, I think say because in the mayor, they govern people of different background, different tribe, enough for do them kind of thing in there. But again, you look and say, enough come and talk and publicly, but still enough for the seeing self from that angle there. But again, you go and say in a politician, now inside we yard, now two things. Not a secret say, when you talk about APC, most times people they think of the one them we get them from the north, yeah? We get their names them, the Kamara, Conte, this and that, eh? Then when you talk about SLPP, they talk about the southeast, the one that we get them Bawa, then Jusu, then this and that, eh? Not a secret say, so it is right now. So what does that mean? It means say, the mayor, the waiting that particular word day, for me, it not being supposed for. Although it not mean for lay come out, but whatever, it not being supposed for. You know, and they don't try for come. And one thing we are like, they don't come and say sorry. You know, now we don't see lack in the leadership roles now we country. You know, we not ever hear, you know, a leader don't do something now this present government they come and say sorry. They don't come out and say sorry. You know, say it not mean and people they don't misinterpret or misunderstand the edited audio because the person edits the audio waiting in wants. But it's not important. Waiting in wants, waiting in no wants. The bottom line and the mail in voice. You understand it? Where come out. But you're right where you say the caretaker and I don't begin this tier so. And I think say the caretaker still they go on with the kind of thing there so. And if you understand fine when waiting the caretaker they do, you find out say most of the things them where the caretaker they do, they try for indirectly, just like the mayor. The difference now where the mayor pull the tribe na emote. You know, he classify the thing by surname. Now in the only difference. You know, but it's not different from waiting the caretaker don't they say, from waiting from waiting Fatima don't they say. If not lie, why a caretaker, you know, for a whole caretaker where they manage the one whole country, for go talk say, now we no more lekuna na so then they are not lekuna na, a divided that one day, but nobody no cause noise about that day. Let me listen to this.
Me where can they pass any south side they go and they calculate almost have been getting. I'm a politician. But make a team before now, because plenty of Funanaya vote for me. Well, not been vote for we. Well, I know for the Naya. Two, for them forget about Kailan because when they wrote the battle, we know the Ebuka Naya. I'm not gonna say what you do now. We still get people in Naya we not believe in SLPP, and now we your responsibility as SLPP Kisitongi for make sure we bring them over. So when they bring them over there, we divided. We get SLPP where they go independent. Now SLPP now bring independence in this country, but we know from inside the SLPP we get independent, we get SLPP. Now one SLPP will not for divider because me know say plenty people they were forced to make a choice. They were forced to make a choice. So I just want to tell you say that number there, that APC number there. Me want for happy to na me reduce them because it's not good for we. APC no dey member yaw. Anybody waiting now with the APC to God and Nabi. APC no dey member we. This part and me whether I do or not. They no dey member we. For make year go before. Now we no more. And when they say we dey do am and when I go see and then when I go come to the final conclusion say for make Salon better, for make Kisitongi better. Paupa. Salon go better, and Kisitongi go better, and a SLPP no more go do that. At the time, I plenty. Thank you.
This na public forum. It go difficult for la able to really tell una wetin Amada in plans for this country when it come to military, and that we believe say anybody when a SLPP na true Sierra Leonean right now. Yes.
Well, una don't hear me? Now the angle is where I come from. You know, Shembe Pierre, in this debate, I really agree with you. But make I just take from one side where you mention your statement by saying the mayor not be supposed to do this or for talk this because it rule different tribes. You understand? I agree with you. But also, you come and clear that particular statement there, when you try to wrap up your statement, say the caretaker, so what I be talking about say, na instant time. Because if a caretaker, where they rule the nation, in the doing things there, a mail talk under the carpet, it just leak. I wonder who that do the worst past in company. And then, make we come to this video where we just don't play for with people. Them. To say, caretaker say, nobody not able to change Kailao past SLPP. And it go there because the people of Kailao vote for him. Who say people not vote for him, you know they go there. Now the caretaker don't come clearly prove to we say, it not fit for rule we had when a saloon. Because you as a president, I don't think say it matter to you who say they vote for you or they not vote for you because they not vote for you now, you know for good. If you really a good leader or you a leader will get determination for take the nation to another level, when a better level, not this destruction level where this government they take with. In fact, as a politician, who say you feel say you get lapses, I think say that they for focus, for get the attention of them people and they. But if you as a caretaker come and talk, say, you dey go outside, you go so because they vote for you, they outside they not vote for you, know they go there. I wonder waiting are you plans, waiting are you aims and objectives of your own political career. And then we see in West, outside it talk say, who that na SLPP na in a true Sierra Leone. Now it make the people that I use the word additional say. Waiting the mayor talk. When I first listen I be one blame him. But when I go to the archives, I try to get some of them videos there, it just make a laugh. Caretaker don't plant a seed where it be say, this seed, if tomorrow it germinates, no problem. We just need pray because we no go on for see them kind of things then they and we are. We dey pray for make God church, whosoever, when in don't point, say na he will be the next president of Uyada, make him not come and do them kind of activity we caretaker and follow as them they do. But the things that way this government they do, Shembe Pierre, make no mistake, if any government take up this country, they say that they can't do it in this government don't do. The brother, we don't suffer. So I just wonder waiting a caretaker you determination, I repeat, for making the use them what are you as a president, a ruling president of a nation. Now you did make a video, broad daylight. You use them what you say, I come here because I know people have vote for me. Oh my goodness, are you serious? So this don't tell you, see, this particular president who we get, he not even know it's in a politics. This president who we get is not ready for unite this country. This president who we get is not ready for move this country to the direction where we feel in a better direction. But is ready for move this country to the direction where they feel in the destruction direction. Because if you as a politician feel say they don't vote for you now, yeah. To me, knowledge I feel saying on that side, you know, you for focus, encourage them people there, bring development there. Because the Kailam self with this caretaker, the talk about MBP, say, now SLPP, no, it will make Kailam. I get a friend at Kailam, where it will tell me, say, hospital, road, so many things them in APC, take them to Kailam. And this guy will tell me, say, even the Kailam cut by because this caretaker knows in an APC, construct this court barrier that make this meeting. So when we play this video, when he go for Godwa, he shame, he feel proud for going to the Kailam court barrier, he go make buffer for making just in the name of I don't enter outside APC make. But now I've been telling you what is it. I wonder why Captain cannot use flight on the boat where he already don't buy. Then he go and make work them now the side where he work. So he know the work and the road where APC construct. I pause me, brother.
I think you don't say all the thing. There are the all what one say because as a leader, you no need for talk safe and I not be vote for me and not for be done there. Now the same thing and no more they try for talk. So you don't say everything done. So yeah, so nothing not there again for talk. But now we stand in that. I can give you now the list of the players them way go play the match between Leon Star and Lesotho. Yes. Anyway, I go la watch fine. I just open them because I see somebody they ask about that one day. But before we go do that one day, I want for wish we sister when Adam Abuya Kamara, you know, a happy birthday. They celebrating birthday today. By the way, tell me you sing for happy birthday, ba.
Hey, but we're playing a matches.
No, sing no more. Like we watch this. I dey listen.
Anyway, the people them as we all there as one family. Of course, we always tell them as we not to party them again. Because the way how we operate inside here, I don't tell you, say we all now one family. We no one know who say you come out, who say you deal with in your son name. The most important thing, as long as you come na this channel with respect and follow the rules, we not say the party picking when you come and cause rudeness to us, we don't begin block the dead and they go, then left we as a family. Then we come and then they go back. We will then meet here, we there forever and jubilate and enjoy ourselves. We don't start and be telling us, say, we left for celebrate people them when are the living. Because the concept of we Sierra Leoneans always we hail somebody, they tell we don't pass away, that they see newspaper, all my kind shout. Waiting at the try for talk. The sisters and the brothers they will get here, anything we wanna get now we own. So now we get we own sister today when Adama Buya Kamara. Then a nature day, a special day. Of course, now the day this week you make every human being for happy, you pray for all time for celebrate this day, you pray for all success, you know, all wisdom. Everything where you wish good for yourself. So my sister Adama Buya Kamara, we they talk and the management, they wish you happy birthday, more years to celebrate. We wish you all the good things that we wish yourself. So now just take them this way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Adama Buya. Happy birthday to you. We wish you long life. We wish you success. We wish you all the good things you wish for yourself. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip.
Hey. Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyway, so we move. We go now to the Leon Star lineup. Let's get the team list quick one from the Sierra Leone Football Association. This now the names them player. They get John Kamara, Mohamed Medou Kamara, Kwame Kui, Rodney Strasser, Abu Dumbuya. You get Alassane Koroma, George Davis, Alusain Koroma, Mohamed N. Kamara, Abdul Bundu, Yunisa Conte, Yemi Dunia, Abu Bakar, Samura Saido, Fofana, David Simbo, Lamine Conte, Prince Barre, Alpha Kamara, Masalaki Bangura, Christian B. Moses, Kai Kamara, Abdul Razak Conte, and Kemsin Fofana. Now they list this of the players them where they don't release so far. They don't reach out of they don't reach inside Lesotho, you know, for play the match, you know, against Lesotho tomorrow. So far so good. I think say now they list this way come out from SLFA. Yeah. From the head of communication, SLFA. Yeah. So far so good now in this one.
Well, we just hope and pray. Make we brother the able to get the energy and the strength to play this game where we the able a la victory. I think at that now we pray, make them focus, pay attention, and put more effort. At least make we win this game because then kind of money away.
Yeah, not make the player they listen to this then discourage. Say be away then they make money being with.
No, let me pause. I just laugh. Here is government. Get in there.
Anyway, last is something quick. We plan to really watch, but the likes still small. Thank you very much for the one that we don't like, but still gets with good people that we don't like it too. That's why be the wait now. Go the like no. Hit time for we. Hit the like for we, please. Thank you very much. God bless you. You new to this channel. If you like we channel, we hope you go enjoy. You stay. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Yeah. Share this program, share them, okay? And you self within our Facebook, please, una like we page, not to just the program, the page, and then una press the follow button, so una will get notification anytime where we come on this channel. Well, now so we dey left you today. My name na Sembe Pierre. We want to say the mayor is now two things to the coin. The mayor talk two of the actual thing where they happen, and at the same time he talk something where you know for we don't talk, but still na two sides to the coin. A fella in caretaker we himself do the same thing in the Fatima. So I think say na vice versa. But I think say we don't need them kind of leaders in there for the talk about tribe or so inside we had. No, we want progress, we want peace and love for everybody. One love, we love you so much until we meet again tomorrow in another edition of the program. We have na YouTube and Facebook one for say God bless we all. Long live we country Sierra Leone where we can call we had.
Plenty thank you again to you. We don't come and support. Plenty thank you to you. We donate on this channel for make we able to get good production. Plenty thank you to you. We contribute in your way. By comments, like, any other thing, we tell you plenty thank you because for any little thing we you do on this channel, it will move this channel before. Until we meet again on the program tomorrow, same time, same hour, same. Bible say, Chata, I love una the way I love myself.
Like it. Anyway.
Enjoy.
Papa, you been tell we say that we trust the process, but man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man they are a thief, now this system batter. I, whoa, yeah. Papa, you been tell we say make we trust the process, but man, let's call the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, bandoti karata. Thief man they all a thief, now the system batter. I, Rastaman, me know Eric Kokembu, me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Then me the water dirty, then I wait make it settle, and then jump inside, then dirty and more. Thief man they all a thief, now the system batter salon they go bien. Who that now we go believe oh, wrong side life we dey live so. I say now the capside life we dey live oh. I say now the wrong side life we dey live so. It's just a capside life we dey live.